Let's create this sound. Prophet 5 is a great example for a simple analog synthesizer, and this is the default sound. And what I'm always doing, of course, is setting the amp envelope, so we can have a longer release. And the next thing is to just check the different oscillators that we have. So we have two oscillators, oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. Both of them are set to sawtooth. And we can definitely mix and match. So I can have, for example, different shapes, even combinations. And then in the mixer, I'm going to blend in oscillator 2. So this is with and without. And next we want to check the filter section. So we have cutoff. That is where we are cutting off the frequencies. And this is a low pass filter, meaning we are letting the low frequencies pass and cutting away the high frequencies. Now, I'm not going to show you this in an analyzer because we want to use our ears and just judge what sounds good for us. And I can open it up all the way, and you can see that the maximum value is 6,214 hertz. That's pretty low. And then on the left side, it just goes down to 6.9 hertz. So let's have a quick listen to get a sense of this filter. And as you can see, we have the resonance, so we can use that to create some very cool effects. And we have the envelope amount. So right now, this is somewhere between 4 and maybe 5, and we can set it anywhere we like. So what's the point of this? So we have the envelope on the bottom here, attack, decay, sustain, and release. And this envelope controls how this filter opens up. So we are starting somewhere, and then the envelope will just automate the effect of opening up just like this. So instead of manually doing it, we can have this envelope. So the attack will be how much time would it take for the filter to open up to its maximum value or to the amount set by the envelope amount right here. So let's go and have this all the way, and the attack will be, let's say, 200 milliseconds. We can have it slower. But as we release our fingers from the keyboard, the filter will close back. So we can just have this decay value here. This will be how much time would it take for the filter to close back. And then we have the sustain, which is right now on 10, meaning we're not really having this filter shutting down. So I'm going to go somewhere here. So you can play with that and have a listen and see what works for you. And then we have the release. The release will be how much time would it take for the filter to close back once we lift our fingers from the keyboard. Now, one very important tip is to match the release of the filter envelope with the amplifier envelope. So when you're lifting your fingers from the keyboard, or maybe you're programming this in MIDI, then the filter matches the overall envelope of the filter. You can also match the attack. So let's put that on 4 and have the cutoff of the filter on 4 and have a quick listen. So the overall volume of the sound rises and it matches opening the filter. So everything matches. Of course, everything goes. You can experiment and see what works for you. And we can also add some effects. So I'm going to click this Advanced tab. And let's have a little bit of reverb. So we already have this loaded here. I'm just going to drag this all the way up to 60%. And we can definitely add a little bit of chorus. And this is the sound that we have.